We have robotic vacuum cleaner at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, really.
My daughter, my daughter, cleaning our house. Yeah, well, musela jsem ho dát trošku do kupičky, jako tak to můžeš spíš taky. Ty máš samozřejmě jedno odinstalovat. No, to můžeš nepřistavovat. To se tam napojí. Ne, my máme na ty dveře, máme takhle nastavení, aby jsme jako kdyby to tam vyklo. Máme na připraven.
Anna,
It's ready.
do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Můžu Pavlovi. Jo. A Iva pozorná, zmatená Jeruš. To nám zase rozmyslela. Jo, že si nějak takhle úplně, aby ta nemusí se světla jako držet s tím ručkou.
Aha. Anna? Okay. So, uh, so we have to make the quiz. Actually, what is going to happen after they make all these activities, agrotourism, wine tasting, farm feeding, and this activity about perfect cheese, they are going to take a quiz, so they are going to be assigned a grade, so that we visualize what they have learned during all these activities. So we have to make a quiz which can be easy, but it can also be very difficult. Sometimes you can make it very difficult, and you define how difficult it is from the settings. Some things I can show you is that they can reply if you want to make it very difficult. First of all, you have to shuffle the questions. So they mix the questions. They don't have all the students see other questions in other order. So when they see in other order, they cannot talk between each other, and you cannot say the answers. So if you prefer the shuffle, you shuffle the questions. They mix it. Every student has a different set of questions in front of him of his mobile. So another thing that you can make it difficult is that you can have it only 1 or 2 times. Just a moment to see what is. Somewhere you can define how many times you have to open up this. Great. attempts allowed are unlimited, but you can limit them to one or two if you want to make it difficult. Sorry, and you, in the, you define what is the highest grade. If the grading method will be with the highest grade or the average grade or first attempt or last attempt. So the highest grade is the easiest one. So they have to do twice, and what grade they get, it is their grade. Or they have to make it more difficult if you put the average or the last one or the second or the first one. Also, another thing that you can define here that you make the quiz very difficult is the review options. The review options are, these options control what information students can see when they review a quiz attempt or look at the quiz reports. So they can view their answers after the attempt. You can make it very easy if you click on this whether correct. So the review shows which is the review and so on. So in order to be a little bit more difficult, you don't click this option. So these are the settings of the quiz, but there is another thing we have to do is to define the answers, to define the questions, and then define the answers. So what we do is we go here and we go to quiz administration, settings, and question bank, and we define here the questions. The questions, because this is a platform for all the lessons I have uploaded there, so we have to define the questions with a category bet, that it's going to be applied on the bet lesson, or even more specific to the agrotourism quiz. Whatever we define here is okay, but in case we have to reuse some questions in other quizzes during the lesson, during our project, we have to define a more broad category like default for bet 1. So why not define default for bet 1 category? So what we do is create a new question. You will see there are a lot of questions here. Type of questions, query questions. The first one is the multiple choice. It was the one I made in my home because it's a little bit difficult one. So we are going through this question. So what the question is, what agrotourism can consist of? What is, let's say, the topics about agrotourism? And there we define that we shuffle the choices. We can use this one. We shuffle the choices. Also, we go down and we define the first question, which is farm. The first answer is farm visits. Can agrotourism consist of farm visits? Okay, and we assign a percentage of the grade that the student will take if he answers correctly. So he will take 25%. Okay. So we go on and we define the false answers, like mass production facilities, which it's a false answer, and the grade will take is nothing. Okay, we go on also for animal exploitation. Just a moment, because animal exploitation, which is a false answer. Okay, it takes nothing. We go on with harvesting and planting, which is a good answer, a correct answer, and takes 25. So we have to add there 4 correct answers according to our so we added 4 corrected answers, and I think 3 false. Okay, so if we do a preview, this is what the students will see. They will see what agrotourism can consist of, like animal exploitation, farm visits, farm to table experience, animal interaction. So she has to click on the correct answers. Okay, 4 correct answers, let's say. Fill in correct response. I don't know what will do this. Because it is a preview, we see the correct answers. Okay, and it does, because it's in preview mode, but in the student mode it will not see the same. It will see okay, so this is the first multiple choice question, which is it's a difficult one. It is supposed to be multiple choice questions, but we can also add a multiple choice of a single. You know, there are 2 multiple choice: a single or a multiple responses from a predefined list. So the most easy one is the a single answer, let's say. Okay, I will show you in this. This is a single or multiple. This is a multiple choice. A single is the easiest one. A multiple it can become very difficult, because you have to find the correct among a lot of them. On the single you have only one answer correct. Okay, so let's create a new question, multiple choice again. And do you have an idea what is about, or what can we add here? Just a question for agrotourism, or for farming, or just a question. I don't know.
So, for example, it's multiply choice.
What?
Multiply choice. So
Multiple choice, but with only one
just
answer.
one right. Okay. Which animals and domestic animals?
Are domestic. Okay, which animals?
It's not a very clever question, but
Which animals
and
aren't domestic? Aren't domestic.
using that as
So we put here a more.
so cow, the first one.
What I did? Which animals? Just a moment, because I deleted. Which animals are not domestic?
So you can run domestic or domestic or
Okay, so we found multiple answers, one answer only. So we find as are not. Let's say monkeys.
monkeys.
Okay, and we go on horses.
Horses.
which take
Hands,
which are so the
oh,
this will take the all the grade and all the correct, and the other will not take the, because our questions are not domestic. Okay, so only one answer. So monkeys will take all the let's say the grade, and the other one will not take. So rabbits are domestic. So
pigeons,
pigeons,
pigeons, pigeons,
pigeons, yes, they do.
because they are domestic, but
Yes,
still,
pigeons.
so no, it's
Pigeons. Do you have sheep in your school? Sheep? Do you have sheep? Sheep lamp, how we say? The
Yeah,
you,
sheep,
you have in your school?
sheep,
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So sheep,
sheep, goats,
sheep,
no goats is so correct.
goats,
goats, and so on. So,
Sheep,
so we save
donkey,
donkey. You have donkeys,
one donkey.
and it's domestic.
yeah, I think that is.
Okay, we finish it. It's anyway. Okay, so what we see here, just to preview it, which animals are not domestic, and you see it shuffles it. It put the monkeys in the third place, although we put it in the first, but it shuffles it. So when we do this one, check, it says your answer is no. Start again, and when we say, you see it shuffles always. Check, and it says it is correct. So this is a kind of let's say the easy multiple choice answer. Okay. So what other can we add here? Is a true or false? True or false activity, let's say, sentence. So what can we make here? Do you produce wine in Czech?
Yes, but in the South Moravia.
Uh-huh. So we cannot put about something about wine. What we can say here for a true or false say?
Or are grapes grown in the Czech Republic?
Okay. Grapes in Czech. Let's go name. Are grapes grown up, I think is grown up in Czech Republic. Okay, default mark 1 already. Correct answer is true. So feedback, you define feedback here if you want to give something to students to help them after the submission. So we can write here you are right, let's say, and you are wrong. You may reconsider it, let's say, because something. Save Genesis. So if we do a review here, if we go for true, you are right. You see now I have an alert, let's say, that says me that you are right. Or if I do a false one, I have an alert that you may reconsider it because. Okay, this is the. Okay, close. So another question, there are, this one is a matching query, which is a little bit difficult. I will abandon it. I have used it once. A short answer might be allows a response of one. Just a moment to see it. Allows a response of one or few words that is created by comparing against various model answers which may contain wild words. I don't know how it works this, but let's try it. Question name. Short answer. Let's say that we want to how many times can we milk how we take out the milk from the cow, how we say it, milk the cow, milk the cow, let's say milk the cow. Can we milk can we milk the cows? I don't know how it works this one. A day. I really don't know how it works. We will see. I didn't answers. One. This is can take. It's how many days? How many times? One. Only one. Only one. One or two? Two. Okay. So one might take nothing. Two might take all the grade, and three none. Okay. So save changes. I don't know how it works. We will see. So edit doesn't have a preview. Yes. How many times can we make the cows? If we put 5, what happens? Check. Wrong. So if we put 3, start again. 3, check. Nothing. Start again. And 2. Correct. Here I understand the correct. It's this symbol. Okay. So we can, we can add different type of questions. We might test some and see how it works. A numerical, there are some like a formula in maths. You can define, but it's very complicated. I have tried it once, it works, but it's a little bit difficult because you have to, you define the problem and you define a variable set of variables, and then you define numbers in the set of variables, and then after you make the formula, and after it's called. So every student sees different formulas, different problem with different numbers. It is the same problem but with different numbers and different answers. So they cannot copy the answer because they have a different set of numbers each student in his mobile. But it's a little bit difficult to define. I have tried once, I manage it, but it's you have to spend some hours in order to. But once you make it work, the good thing with this is once you make it work, it goes on the same and keeps on. So calculate it. It's more complicated this one because let's see what it says here. Calculate multi-choice questions are like multi-choice questions with choice element can include formula results from numeric values that are selected. This is the case that are selected randomly for a set when the quiz is taken. So you define the set and they choose the Moodle system choose randomly the number, so every student has a different number. Calculated symbol is something I don't know. We will see. A simpler version of calculated questions, which are like numerical questions but with the numbers used select randomly from a set when the quiz. Something similar but maybe more simple. Okay, Code Runner is about programming, so you don't need it. Drag and drop is on an image. It's a good one, but you split the image in some. Let's say it's like a quiz, like a puzzle.
Yeah.
So you define the correct order, and the student has to put the correct photos in the correct order, which is a little bit complicated in order to prepare it. But it might be useful. And select missing words is something you may know it because
And all teachers use Moodle. All teachers.
here,
In this-
no, only me. Only me because Moodle is very complicated. It's it's difficult to learn. Also, it needs a lot of support. You know, the platform is hosted in a site which is I pay for it, not the school. I pay from the Erasmus. Now we take the project. The school doesn't know about it because it's for Erasmus. So if you remember,
Yeah, you wrote it that you have.
I wrote it that 4,000 I think will go for this. So I take this money and I have a hosting company and give them so they host it, and because it's very heavy and very expensive.
And the other teacher doesn't.
Doesn't know, no one knows, and no one is willing to learn. No one is willing to learn because it's on the on the mobile, and we don't have in every classroom.
You can use Teams. With Microsoft.
Teams, yes, but
Teams
Teams is
free.
it's free, but it's for online conference.
No, the questions we have two.
They have
Yes,
quizzes that you can make.
Ono se to jmenuje jako jinak. It's Microsoft and Teams, and there is some part of where you can test our students.
Yes, I know. We during the coronavirus,
Yes.
we use all.
E-learning, we know about Moodle, but we all our teacher used Teams
Okay.
and Microsoft Balicek platform.
Yes, I know, but it's
And
you
in
know.
coronavirus,
Yes, we have WebEx, not Teams. WebEx, Cisco WebEx. Do you know this?
no.
It's
Can
no
I,
Cisco WebEx. No, I have it. I think I have it here. This one. This one, WebEx. WebEx, yes. I cannot. Where is WebEx? No, this one, WebEx. Cisco WebEx. This is during the coronavirus, but it's for online conference. After they upgrade it and they make it more more useful because they add something like queries and so on, but it's not like Moodle. Moodle is a whole system because you keep grades, awards, badges, whatever you like. It's a, it's a system that mostly universities use. I have seen here in Greece the universities use it. A lot of universities use this system because they have the infrastructure and the money and the computers and so on to support it. So that's why it's very expensive. Not expensive, it's free, but expensive is to host it. In order to host it in a web platform, it's very expensive because you have to dedicate a whole server, and to hire a whole server in the VA, it costs money. It's not like a simple website. It's not a simple website with some visitors. It takes resources, so it's very expensive. So if we add select missing words are this one. Missing words in the question text are filled using drop down menus. This is an easy one. Find the matching word. Let's say can you imagine a question with words? Horse riding. So I think horse riding is I don't remember how it works, but horse riding is entry 1. I define the answer. Let's say this one. 1 and 2. I'm not sure if it works. And in define 1, choice 1 is writing, walking. Tapping. I don't know how it works. Review. Here is and what here? Close preview. Just a moment, because edit question. But most probably you define a group vita blank for more 3 choices. Let's say horse riding is a nice and we define the group vita experience, let's say, case study, let's say, is event, let's say, and just do a this is A1, but this is also A1. Save stepping. It assigns the same. Let's go. Choice zero. Maybe editing missing. We may ask for some help editing missing words. Moodle missing word question Moodle. AB, but how they defines the AB? I don't know. How defines the second answer to second group? I don't know. Second group B. Play A. And second. This is don't like just a moment, but I'm not sure. The assignment is done. Close review. In the second choice, you see here choice 1 and choice 2. In the second choice, you have to assign the second choice group V. So it's like assigning choice 2 to second group. So what we can put here is experience to make it correct, and make it this case study experience, and this make it working to group A. I think now it will work. So here is writing, stepping, working, experience, case study, event. So that is the way it goes. It's a little bit tricky, but it works. So, and he checks the correct answer. We define the correct answer, close view by here, shuffle. So, I don't know how combine multiple price. Okay. But how do we define the correct answer? I don't know. Your answer? Penalty for it's incorrect. I don't know. Riding. The first one is the correct one.
The first.
I think the first one have to be the correct one. So experience. So the second one is the correct one. Case study. Yes, the second one. Preview. The first one is the correct one. Experience checks is correct. You see, the first one is the correct every time.
And every?
Eh?
Every the first?
Every first in the first choice is the correct one. If we put the second one, let's say first one and the second one, it's the second one will be false. Okay. So you have correctly selected one. And the mark it takes is half of the whole grade. So every time he tries, every time the student tries, he takes a grade. Okay, you understand it? So we keep it simple, very simple questions, not very complicated like formulas and so on. True or false, multiple choice, single or multiple, and probably missing words because it's more interesting, and that's all. Up to 20 questions, it's okay. If you find any difficulty, make it. You can pass me in a word the questions and the answers, of course, and I will make it.
Yes.
If you understand me, you can make a Word document and you can pass it to me, and I will make it in 1 hour. So
Okay. So now, Robert, tell me exactly what do you expect us to do? We should make a content for
for content for agrotourism.
agrotourism.
Some I don't know how many pages. I don't know.
So,
If you want also
for
to
example, horse riding.
what we can do.
You had there some.
Yes.
So,
What we say what is consists agrotourism is what I found in the internet also. It is horse riding, wine tasting experience, farm fitting, and this one is for the activity in your school. Okay.
and the quiz. So we should prepare the content of
The content will go here. Learn what agrotourism. All the content will go here. All the other are activities that the children will have to take.
So practical activities.
Yes, practice with AR mobile.
The
The
first is
first is the lesson. What agrotourism is.
yes.
Okay, I
There
have.
could be video, there could be text.
There will be text. If you find difficult, make a word with some YouTube videos or you found on the YouTube or some content, and you put some chapters on it, and I will make it if you find it extremely difficult.
Okay. So next one, there are practical activities when you stay in our country.
Yes,
Horse riding,
the cheese
cheese making,
making,
and the last one is the test.
and the last one is test that they are going to take online, but you have to prepare the questions
And we should prepare it before the exchange.
before the exchange. Yes, by the end of September, if the market master goes today to put the money, I am hopefully, I am optimistic that it will take place in the third week of the week. If he doesn't go to pay the money, I'm not so optimistic, and I will we may postpone it for the.
But I hope that I think that next one will be able to send it to Portuguese till October.
Who knows?
Who
Because
knows?
because if it's in order to prepare the mobility, you have to have the money so that you buy the tickets.
To buy tickets
It's not a matter of trust
That's
only.
right.
It's a matter of having money.
If you want to have cheap tickets,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Don't say something because that's not
we are hopeful that it will. So what we this is are the if you find any difficult, you text me or so we will keep in touch. So you pass me the documents and I will make it in some spare time.
So, so students should read it, should pass the test
Should to take the course.
before you come.
Before they come, they should add some case studies of horse riding, far fitting, and whatever is wine tasting in their countries. And
Then we'll do some practical activities when you come.
yes, we will do the do-it-yourself cheese
Yes, that's cool.
of school. We are going to let's say check what they have done in their homework with this application, and
And then some visits.
some visits. Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay.
Now I understand.
Okay. They have to take one quiz because they have to be creative. That we will see if we make it easier or difficult. My purpose is that all the students that take part in this project, even in one mobility, to take all the course, but I don't know how to push it to make it happen. But okay, we will see. Okay. So this is the this is the idea. This is the end.